The bell above the cafe door rang softly, the kind of sound people barely noticed anymore. Outside, the city moved fast. Cars honked, people rushed, lives collided and separated in 1,000 quiet ways. Inside, time seemed to slow, as if the walls themselves understood that some moments needed space to breathe. If this moved you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Sunrise TV for more heartfelt stories. Aisha wiped the counter with a clean cloth, her movements practiced and calm. She had worked here for 3 years, long enough to recognize the regulars by the rhythm of their footsteps. The old man who always ordered black tea and read the newspaper cover to cover. The young couple who argued in whispers but always held hands when they left. The woman in the corner who came every Sunday alone, staring out the window as if waiting for someone who never arrived. Aisha had learned something important during her time at the cafe. Everyone carried a story. Some wore it openly, others hid it deep inside, hoping no one would notice the weight. That morning, the door opened again. This time, the man who stepped in didn't look like he belonged anywhere. He stood just inside the entrance, his coat still buttoned, his eyes scanning the room as if he had forgotten why he came. People brushed past him without slowing. Someone sighed impatiently. A chair scraped. Life went on. Aisha noticed. She always did. "Sir?" she said gently, stepping from behind the counter. "Are you all right?" The man blinked, as though waking from a long dream. I think so," he replied, though his voice said otherwise. "I'm just sorry. I didn't mean to block the door." "You're not blocking anything," she smiled. "Please, sit. I'll bring you some tea." He hesitated. "I didn't order anything." "That's okay," she said simply. "Sometimes tea comes before the words." He allowed himself to be guided to a small table near the window. When Aisha returned with the steaming cup, his hands were trembling. "My name is Daniel," he said, after a long pause. "I'm Aisha." For a while, they sat in silence. The cafe filled and emptied around them. Finally, Daniel spoke again, his voice barely above a whisper. "I used to own places like this. Offices, buildings, companies. People waited for me to speak." He laughed softly, but there was